We are live with the Roundtable episode 77. Lucky 77, guys. And we are here a week before Christmas, but we're going to be being a little celebratory and sharing some stories and a few little laughs, smiles, and getting into some serious stuff. But let me bring in the team because we ain't nothing without our team, right? And without everybody here, give us a little comment. Let us know you're here. Give us a thumbs up and share the stream if you're really down with us, so we know you're here. What's up, Spanx? Good to see you. I'm just going to go in order here. We have our secretive guy every week. He comes in. It's a mystery, but we'll check him out right now, right here. Who that?
Hey, how you doing, Jen?
What's
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, right? Merry Christmas.
Right, digging that Raiders
all day. All day. No,
That's
yeah,
right.
and I get to snoop on the shelf is in there, so.
Right, I love it. And then we have our one and only, the beautiful blonde bombshell herself, repping them boys every week. Here she is, Miss.
Hi, guys.
Hello, looking beautiful as always.
Thank you. Same with you. Sorry about a little under the weather, but
yes, I hope you're feeling better, Jesse. Good to see you. Right on. Good to see you, Margaret. And then we have the one, the only muscle tattoos, Fear May Radio coming in strong. There he is.
From the White House.
That's right.
Over.
Yep. We have an official statement coming in about the drone. Right?
We interrupt this program.
Right. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Oh.
It's nice. Oh man. Hey, honestly, it's a beautiful day today, man.
Was it? It was nice here.
I like that background.
I know. I feel like the show's legit now. Is the background?
Man, the weather was perfect, man. Perfect.
Nice.
Because it was kind of gloomy off and on. It was sunny, then foggy. I don't know. The Central Coast is always a trip. So
yeah.
But that's nice. It was good there. I will say we had an event happen up this way that I've never seen in my lifetime.
Oh yeah.
And that was a Category 1 F1
tornado, huh?
Yes. Did you guys see that?
Yeah. Never ever in this part of the state.
I didn't see that. They said there was going to be a tornado, or
that is wild. I'll send you the clip. I was trying to get it uploaded. I didn't get it in time. Yeah, it was about what, Fred? Santa Cruz County, right? So that's like 40 minutes from me, I think. North.
Yeah, it's about an hour and something from myself too, though. So
okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it. Yeah, it's roughly about an hour and some change, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess early that morning it happened. It was a few days ago. There was an alert that went out in San Francisco Bay first. There was a little warning, possible tornado, and nothing happened. And then a warning went out in Santa Cruz County. I think it was Santa Cruz County, somewhere in that area. And it actually happened in that area. Touchdown. Cars were flipped over on their sides, on their back. There were several injuries, and some people are still in the hospital. Wow. No fatalities, thank God, but there was severe damage done.
Wait, who sent that? I think I seen that clip where the cars were turned over.
Yes.
Yeah. Who sent that on the page?
I might have shared it on IG. I might have shared it there. Yeah.
I don't know. I just real quick, you guys. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I've had this headache for a while. But I saw that clip and I was like, what? Did a truck of trees fall over or what? Like, didn't it look like Christmas trees in the street, or was that something else?
No, I think that's the one you're probably thinking of.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where it looked like just trees and cars flipped over and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, did you see it? Did you see the thing turning? It was pretty good size.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
Like I said, I've never in my lifetime living here seen anything like that here in this area. So
a long time ago, a few years, maybe about 5 or 8 years ago, there was one over here, and yeah, maybe more than that. It was over here, and it tipped over the A train. Yeah.
Really?
Me and Mama were watching the news, and I turned in and I said, "Would you rather have a tornado like that you could see coming at you, or would you have like an earthquake?" I think he said earthquake, but I was like, I'll stick with earthquake because you can see that tornado. They were like, I forgot where it was, you guys, but it was coming straight for them. It was one of those cities like Oklahoma or something like that, where they have, tornadoes.
That's
You know,
wild.
an earthquake, you could be on the floor and move around. If a big strong tornado comes and picks you up,
Yeah.
Toto, you know.
That's what I'm. Not a lot of us here in this area of California or in California in general have basements or any area underground we can go to, right? So that was pretty startling, to say the least.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, everybody's okay and will recover from that event.
When we get hit though, since we're in the valley in a sense, we're kind of like we're kind of like in a hole in a sense. We're in the valley too, though. We're not really up high. We're kind of low, but I don't know wishful thinking. I'm just trying to say like I don't know much about that, but
Right. Yeah, thank God we're good for now. Give us a thumbs up as you guys come in so more people can see that we are live and come in the show. We're going to get into some topics in a moment here, but let's just go, in order up here. And
Hello, friend.
Week was Fred. How about you this last week? What? I mean, we were live on Thursday, so only a few days have gone by.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I had a good week. I cooked a real good dinner for my son and I. I made excuse me, garlic pork chops and some like kimchi and rice and all this other stuff. So yeah, Fred can cook. I didn't get this way just by not knowing how to cook. It's just saying. But anyway, and then yesterday I made some steak, fries, salad, and corn. And then usually on weekends or whatever, I'll tend to cheat a little bit. So we got some McRibs and stuff like since they're available now. So
the McRib is back, huh?
Mom's wants one of those.
So then early this morning, I had an appointment. So I went to that, and then I had an incident today. I had an incident right after the appointment. Everything went good at the appointment. And I went to Walmart. I pulled in, and some younger guys, as I was getting out of the car, the guy goes, "Hey, did you know how to drive?" And I was like, "What the heck?" Like, he goes, "You know how to drive?" And I was like, "What the heck?" Well, I didn't understand. Mm-hmm. He goes, "I was gonna park there," but it was just one. He was just one parking spot away. It was like there was two parkings, Okay. So I was like, "Well, you want to trade?" Like, I mean, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I mean, if you want to trade, we can, one car away. He goes, "Well, I was gonna park there." I said, "Hey, you know what, expense, dude? Like, I didn't, I saw two parkings. I figured, hey,
take one."
I cannot get into no kind of like, well, what's up then? You know what I mean? Like kind of, whatever. It's like, trying to be cool. Trying to be cool and stuff, and hopefully, and it went good. It went good. So that was it. You know what I mean?
So it just kind of got squashed and.
From then on, well, hey, and I said, "Hey, dispense them, bro." You know what I mean? I didn't mean to, I just, hey. It could have went any other way at that point. I could have gone, "Well, what's up, then?" Like, whatever. Like, well, try to move me home. Try to move me.
Right? Oh
no. Fucking rage.
It's not worth it. You know what I mean? It's not worth it and stuff. And it was completely nonchalant. You know what I mean? It wasn't intentional. Like, I didn't do it with bad intent. So, but other than that, like I said, everything's good. Everything's good. I have an appointment again on Friday, and everything's good, guys. Everything's really good. So,
All right, cool. I'm glad it wasn't an issue after that. That's good.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes
yeah, definitely.
people get crazy when it comes to the
Yeah,
it comes to
man.
the rib, right? Says Big
Yeah,
Star.
no, yeah. Right. Yeah, see, if you would have took my McRib or something, then it would have been on.
That's it. That's all it takes, man, is a McRib.
McRib and it's beef,
You
huh?
know, yeah, no, it's like, yeah, but
Okay, well, I'm glad it worked out. That's
thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you. No, it was cool.
Okay,
Much respect to the people.
Mr. Presidential Firme Radio here.
Well, first of all, it started off by partying a lot of people, you know. No, but my week, you know what? I said, man, this week went by fast. It seemed like yesterday, but I forgot we did it on Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And I said, man, this week, where did it go? But anyways, I had a good week. Friday kept busy, did a few things. One of my partners came down, and we were chopping it up for quite some time and I'm helping him out with some stuff he's going to set up, Saturday, we did feed him up, pray him up on Saturday, this Saturday, because Sunday was my football game. It was my football game. Hold on. I just knocked something out of whack. Anyways, and we lost. And I thought we were going to win, but, I didn't even know, honestly, that my Pickens got hurt or he was out, So I placed a bet and I lost the bet.
Wow.
So now I have to be a Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, that's the green, bro. That's the green reflection on you right now.
Right?
I think it's from the brim. Actually.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
No, see?
Yeah.
Nope, still there.
Oh.
Anyways, and so we did that, and Sunday I had watched the game and everything, and I've been busy, doing things here and there. Took a trip. Today was such a good day. Took a trip with one of my friends, and I helped her get pick up her. It's like not a tractor, but it's something like that sense. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And so I drove her truck and on the trailer, loaded it up, and went down there. Afterwards, we went out to lunch, ate some lunch, and had a good day, man. The thing's been going good. Just busy, and we're planning. Still, we're organizing things for Christmas time for pray them up, feed them up again. So we're going another turkey, ham, and everything for them, and delivering it to them. And what else? Other than that, just been doing good things. Just good things. Going to church, Bible study on Wednesdays.
Right. I love that. That's good. I'm glad to see the feed them up, pray them up. It's going places too. Like that's a good feeling to know that you're blessing people.
Yeah. And that's it, but pretty much it, Oh, wait, I want to say something else. Fred brought up Walmart, and I was thinking, man, because it was a good day, but at the beginning it started a little kind of weird, And when I went to Walmart, and I'm patient, I have patience, right? And I'm waiting on this guy. He don't have very much to put in his car. So I'm waiting for the parking spot, right? This guy's taking forever. And I says, man, a couple of things in the car, put him in there, put the car back, and he's kind of like open around doing things, and he sees me there, so I'm looking at him, and he's not an old guy or nothing like that, right? So I said, all right. So I was there waiting. He took his time. All of a sudden, it was going closer. A lady started coming over here, and she started loading stuff. I says, okay. So if he's taking a sweet time, I says, I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to pull up right behind him. Now that he's done, I'm blocking him so he can't come out.
Wow.
You're going to have to wait now.
Oh my
I pulled
God.
up behind him, looked at him like this. I said, man, why am I doing this? But I did it. I don't know why I did it. And so I had him wait because he took his sweet time, man.
Hey, that's one thing during the holiday season we can probably all agree on is traffic, parking, and patience are running very thin right now. So it's
man, it was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy in that Walmart too, man. The lines and everything.
Yeah. Oh, I went really.
You're not going to go Christmas shopping. You're just doing your regular shopping,
Oh yeah.
that's even more like, oh,
Hmm.
Christmas shopping.
Yeah,
No.
Oh,
should
so
have
the
threw that
camera
thing.
went.
I
There
should
it
have threw
is.
that line. Should have punched on my face and be like, "Do you know who I am?" Oh, what the?
Imagine
Do you
people
know
that
what John Columbus? Like, oh, geez. Like, no, 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 man. It's all the fun, bro. It's all the fun.
I know. Okay, sis. How about you? Let's hear about your last few days. You watched the game.
You guys, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but Thursday I got hit with the flu. My daughter at the same time, so I was kind of trying to be strong, take care of her, and her fever just wouldn't break. Man, it was like 103. She got it really bad to where um, she ended up with something like it was a flu. They described it like influenza B or something like that.
Yeah, there's like a different strain.
Yeah, there's a new virus, whatnot, but whatever. Virus, right?
The virus.
So
Yes.
yeah, so that's it. Just trying to get rid of every morning I wake up with this really bad migraine and just like my ears still want to pop and telling you, man, oldenitis. Seems like
It
it's
happens,
longer.
man.
It takes longer to get
I don't know. Jen hasn't hit that age just yet, so
I have.
she's good.
I can every day.
Right?
Nothing
we get,
But we'll make it. We'll make it, you guys. We're
we can
showing
start
up.
hurting after a while.
Yeah.
I did do online, Christmas shopping online, because I was way behind thinking, man, I'm not gonna get out this week. I didn't get out last week, and so yeah, I just did online, and it was so easy.
Yeah.
You know, I've been sick, right? Remember I was telling you I was sick too, and I had every time I get sick, either it was COVID or anything else, I never run fevers, man. Is that unusual or what? What's going on with that? I never had fevers when I had pneumonia and stuff. And that I never had fevers. I wonder
That's
why.
good. That's a good thing.
That's crazy. I mean, it's good, but you still probably don't feel well, right? Like your body.
No, I don't feel well, but I don't feel like before. I remember when I was younger and I had a fever. I know I had a fever. My eyes red, burning up, and cold chills, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't have none of those, and I haven't. Thank you, God, man.
Yes, thank God. Wow,
Yep.
I break fevers pretty quick, but my daughters, like, they have their dad's gene because he gets real sick. He gets sick, right? Very rarely though he gets sick, but they're like him. They can't break that fever, and it's like, just sweat it out, whatever,
Hey, Stomps, I'm gonna be making some more hats pretty soon, Stomps.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you have to let us know how we can get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Community radio, and I'm gonna do this, man. I've been messing around in here and doing this. It's pretty cool, with the music and stuff. But
Okay, I gotta do one of those too. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what's up. Good to see you here, Net Tony. Welcome. Hit that thumbs up on the way in. Let people know we're live. We're gonna get into some stories here pretty soon. Well, I hope you're feeling better, sis.
Yeah.
Your daughter. I hope everyone's staying as healthy as they can. I know there is a lot of stuff going around, at the schools. Some family members of mine are not feeling well right now also. So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Take your vitamins, like Debbie said. Yes, for sure. And let's see. What did I do last week? I had a couple doctor's appointments. You know what I mean? Just regular kind of stuff. Had a little get together. This last weekend, I had a family member have their birthday party here. Nothing crazy. But you know what I noticed? Everybody left. So all the food's gone, right? And I was like cleaning up. There's a ton of beer left over. And I thought,
Oh, no.
I'll come up with a way to do a little extra Christmas shopping for my kids. I wonder if I can just flip that 50 cents on the dollar. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, make a michelada. What, for $8 is it, or
right? Makes
whatever?
sense.
You know?
I'll deliver
Yeah.
even. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I see people doing stuff like that, making food, making drinks. I mean, I'm about to throw down and make some cookies when we're done here and share that recipe.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Right on.
I can make one. I mean,
stop.
fire. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was
You know,
I
for this,
don't drink beer.
this weekend, because I lost the game, right? So the person that I made the bet with called me and texted me. And when she texted me, I sent her a picture of, I said, see what I do, what happens when I lose? I ate a whole half gallon of bunny ice cream. That
That one is the best, right?
Yeah.
That's good ice cream. That's good ice cream.
Yeah, but it's true, right? When we lose or when we're feeling a little down, sometimes
I didn't cry. But I just,
Hold on, you guys.
it's always that,
hey.
right?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta do Frosty right.
I'm drinking unspiked eggnog. Merry Christmas, everybody.
And
I don't know
how
if
is
everybody
that? I
gets
never
that.
had eggnog at all in my life.
No?
But hey, Merry Christmas. You know what? What exactly, maybe, I hope you know the answer to this. What is eggnog? What's in it?
Yeah.
Hey,
You don't
I don't
know?
know. It tastes good though. I mean, but
Is it a alcoholic kind of drink or no?
no, it can be. It can be.
It can be. Yeah. I never had eggnog at all, man. And I said,
I don't like it. I don't like
It's not
No.
fire.
It's good though. I like it. I like it.
yeah.
I've had it. I like it. I would go get some and drink it. I mean, it's not something I would have all the time, but for Christmas season, yeah. My daughters like it.
Today when I had lunch, I ordered me a large agua fresca, but it has a mango and strawberry. And I said, man, just drop two shots in there, man. Bam, bam. That'd be good right there, man.
Nice.
Yummy. Yes,
I don't know if it was the first time I tasted eggnog. My sister-in-law put Kahlua in it.
Mhm.
I don't know if that just stick with me on that taste, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be more of a little rum or whiskey in it.
Mm.
Kahlua, I don't know. That's more of a liqueur. That gives it more of a coffee chocolate kind of taste.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. How that tastes,
That would be a weird combination, but
yeah, a little different, right? Make French toast. Ooh,
really,
you're talking my language right there.
Yeah.
Make French toast with
French toast with eggnog. Huh?
yeah,
Okay. Little cinnamon whipped cream on there.
yeah.
Saludos.
Saludos.
I like Stomps. Stomps has some good snacks.
Yes. I like
Hey,
some of
he
the,
eats healthy. I mean, you can see his wife prepares him some food, which is
they're throwing
real
down
healthy.
over there. I like that. That's right. I like
Definitely,
that.
definitely.
All right, guys. Well, let's just jump into a couple topics here. We're going to jump into something a little bit. We were going to touch on this last week. We ain't going all super political, but this was a topic we were going to touch on, and I forgot. So let me just play. Did I save a video for this? And excuse the language. I think this gentleman might use a couple curse words when he's talking, but you know, it happens. We're not condoning it. But he's going to give us a little rundown, and we're going to give our opinions on it. So just 1 second.
Joe Biden has just pardoned Hunter Biden. And let me tell you, this is insane because Hunter Biden was up for a shit ton of charges and facing at least 17 years. Let's get into it. As you guys can see right here, Hunter Biden was facing a maximum of 17 years, $1.3 million in fines. He faced 9 counts for falsifying records and failing to file returns dating to a period when he was hooked on crack, alcohol, and easy cash. That is on top of the 25-year maximum he faces after being convicted in Delaware for lying on federal gun application for gun charges. This is insane. But hey, Joe Biden is the same person who tweeted this out. Back in May of this year, Joe Biden tweeted out, "No one is above the law." Of course,
I'm not going to play his whole video because we're just commenting and giving our
No
comments on the original creators' little video there. But I do remember an interview, obviously sometime back where I forget which news network, they asked President Biden, would you be, I forget how they worded it, but basically like, are you going to pardon your son? And he said, I believe what he said is nobody is above the law.
No.
But now this has come up, and I just would like everybody's thoughts and input on it.
He did several interviews, and he would bring that up. They would ask him, and he would say, "No, I wouldn't pardon my son." He has to face his
He
consequences
did,
and whatnot,
yeah,
but,
he did say that. Mhm.
he said it several times. So that's why even that girl, Pierre, his spokesman, she came on and she would do, speak for him. And she's the White House speaker, and she would say that too, that he, he's sticking to what he's saying, and he's not gonna pardon his son. And then after that, it was, he changed his mind. He changed his mind over the weekend, and Thanksgiving weekend, he had time to think about it, and he had changed his mind. That's all she kept saying. They were like what? He told us American people that he wasn't gonna get involved in that, right? And so he did. He pardoned his son, and I don't think it's right, because there's guys and girls maybe locked up right now for same thing. Come on, if you guys don't pay your taxes, what happens to you? Right?
One thing, my thing is how I feel about why he did it, because he did state that he wasn't going to pardon his son, and and I believed him. I said, okay, cool, man, he's going to be straight, right? But when they lost the election and Trump's getting in there now, he's taking into consideration, well, look what Trump's going to do. Trump's going to pardon all these people. What's that other guy with the glasses, man? That all these people, that's January the 6th people that he's going to pardon all those,
All that is irrelevant to right now.
But no, yeah, well, it is, well, let's put it this way. It does have some relevancy to it because of the fact that I look at both Republicans and Democrats. I said Democrats as wrong, completely wrong. I'm going to take over the White House now. No, but really, they are wrong. And because in reality, if it was just your regular Joe or this and that, would be locked up, But since they have power, they have money, they make things happen, you see? And it's wrong. Because and that's why I'm upset with both sides, basically, because they abuse
his father, of course. And if you're a father, you know how you feel about your kids, your children, right? You're not going to let them spend a day in jail. He didn't even get sentenced yet, and he pardoned him. So usually they say it happens after you get sentenced, that you can, pardon whoever. I guess the president's allowed to do that, but he let his feelings of a father get in the way. And like I said, you guys, it's not fair to the ones that are in jail right now, or the ones that they come after, the IRS comes after when you don't pay your taxes. Like that really hits me some kind of way, because we're not.
When it comes down to lawyers and money and people who's fighting for you and crooked people on the Supreme Court and this and that, a lot of people get away with a lot of things, and it's all about money. It's like, what can we do? Because it's like people implant people within the system to do their bidding, and that's the truth. And it could be Democrats and Republicans, and they all do what they do, But I look at it like this: is like both sides need to be, you know what I'm saying? Because I actually feel like it's full of crap. It's crap.
I mean, then again, if we were in his shoes, we probably would pardon our son. You know, we
That's
probably would. I mean, we would, right? Because there are some, but he's a public speaker. He's somebody that people have to look up to, and looking up to that, it's not right. It's not right that there are people that are in jail right now for the same thing that he did. You know, the gun thing,
That's where it comes back to money and who you know and this and that. But
Yeah.
I think Biden did it out of spite because he knows what Trump's going to be doing. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why he was putting what do you call that thing? Pardons for Liz Cheney and those other people that we're mentioning because Trump's on a mission to come after these people. You know.
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he was contemplating pardoning them because they stood up against Trump. You know.
Somebody quoted the Thompson twins. That's a band from the '80s, guys. I just had to.
Oh yeah, I remember the
I had to
Thompson
acknowledge
twins.
that. I had to acknowledge that. It's a,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But anyways, go ahead. I'm not. Yeah. I'm just saying like this. Having you know what? I mean, outside of the whole politics and everything else, I mean, really, if it's our own children, we would do anything to protect them and save them. You know, I mean, that's the hard part. You know what I mean? I understand his position, but I don't know. It's you know, I don't know if I could stand leaving my son, knowing that I could have the power to avoid him having to do something. You know, go through something. It's tough. Excuse me. When you put yourself when you fill the shoes as a parent, whether it's a male or female, you know, as a father, as a mother, when you put yourself in that perspective, it changes the dynamic a little bit. You know, I mean, I'll give it that, and I'm not condoning that it's right. You know, I'm just saying it's a little tough. You know,
Yeah.
that's really it.
You know, I found out the name. I thought about the name Roger Stone. He's going to pardon as well, right? Now this guy did all that wrong stuff as well. You know,
Okay.
Roger Stone.
Wow.
So I was looking, you know, like I've mentioned before, I don't get too into the political stuff or big news network, but I looked at that small clip that was running when President Biden was being interviewed, and I don't know if it only played a portion, but from what I thought, all he said in that one, anyways, was nobody's above the law, and I was thinking, well, in a way, that's kind of a genius answer because he didn't say no, I won't. Pardon my son, or he may have, and it's somewhere else. I don't know.
He did mention it. Somebody else asked him, and he did say no, I won't pardon. He did say that.
Ended, and
He did that World News Tonight with
I
I forgot his name. Damn it, right now.
You know what trips me out, you guys?
I wouldn't be able to not pardon my own
Yeah.
flesh and blood. So that's why I could never run for office. Well, I mean, I guess I technically could, but I would probably do the same thing. If it was my own child and they were facing someone that potentially wanted to see them, you know, behind bars.
I mean,
I
for
never
some of
followed
the stuff he did, I mean, those are some. He was found guilty. You know, he was found guilty. He did sign a paper while he was under the influence. That's a big no-no. You can't do that. Like,
Yeah, and I wasn't even.
we would have got time.
Yeah, what all he was found guilty of, but I guess like some tax stuff.
I'm just saying, like, he's a public speaker, the man, he's a president, you know. He had to show the people something, like, let him spend a week in there, I don't know, like, something. Like I said, there's people that are in there right now that are in for how many years? Probably a lot. Probably like one of those.
Did you hear what Joe Biden said why he pardoned him?
No.
He said because it was a political attack from the Republicans, basically. And he felt they were coming after him because of who he was, you know. So that's why he pardoned him.
Yeah. Big Stomp says,
That's a good one, Stomp. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'll tell you, man.
Thank you, Debbie.
I mean,
God bless you.
no, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just,
well, I mean, that's just,
like, yeah, we all feel that way. We all feel the way Stomp said, but
yeah,
at the same time, he's a president. He's like us here on this platform. Not everything I say you're gonna agree with. Not everything you say I'm gonna agree with. Like we have our opinions, right? But
Hey,
he's a public man. He has to show, and he, I mean, Biden, he's done. He needs to go.
hey, shout out to Dee Dee Harrison because she does make sense politically when she comes and speaks about these people.
yeah.
she said,
He can go side, but I don't like to talk about politics. Really.
She does.
yeah, he also pardoned 1,500 other people, so I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's good to know.
He pardoned 2 turkeys as well, too.
Right? But we were just catching on that. We had mentioned it before, and I had forgot to bring it up. So there it is. What's done is done. And yeah, when Trump was in office, he was pardoning rappers. Yeah, I remember that from the time before. I think it was like a couple other ones, right? But
Yeah. And I mean,
Hey, can I ask you guys a question real quick? Can I just throw this out here? Okay. Did you see what football game was it? There was a football, the Army and the Navy game. And Trump took all of his ruffians with him. You know what I'm saying? He had the Speaker of the House. He had, what's that other girl's name? The one that all the people that he's assigning to positions, you know, and he had them all there. But do you ever see any presidents prior to that taking everybody on all these kind of things like that? I mean, to different things. I never seen that. I mean, like, it's like they're having a party and come and chill with me over here rather than what's the main focus? Take care of this country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he turns it into more of a party kind of social thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing. Your first priority should be to take care of this country and plan things out. You know? Yeah.
okay.
He pardoned Lil Wayne, huh?
Well,
Yeah,
well,
the
he
last-
didn't pardon, you know, will Suge Knight get pardoned? You know, Suge Knight or you know, or the guy, Ron J, you know, the
Oh, yuck.
the
Yeah.
dog star or whatever. I mean,
The prawn star. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Well, I'm handing pardons out today. Anybody want one? It's Christmas time. We got some pardons here.
no.
That's right. Well, let's see. With that one, we got another political issue. We're just going to touch on this because it's everywhere. It's trending. Somebody I know swears they saw one of these overhead here in Salinas.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I don't know if they were, you know, indulging in some substances or what, but they swear they saw this drone hovering above them, and it wasn't just a little. They're like, no, it was like it's right in the car. I swear. Okay, and so everyone's hearing about these drones on the East Coast. It's been reported. I believe New Jersey is the state. It's been said that they're coming up out of the water. They're following different places, this, that, and the other. We're just going to drop a portion of this clip only because it gives a little insight. And a lot of people commented on this and said, I'll let you guys listen and we'll go from there.
Can you comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey ports?
The government knows what is happening. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people. And they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Will you shoot them down?
They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
Have you received?
Yikes. Okay. I mean, we'll be careful with our language because I did hear something that I will try to elaborate on, but you know, he's being spoken to at this event and people are asking for President Trump's opinion on these drones. It almost seems a lot of people have said like he's trying to say something without actually saying it. Like the government knows what this is. When other government officials were questioned, they were like, we have no idea what this is. this is not us. We have no clue. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I was listening to Congress. They had a hearing. They had a, what do they call that? Classified hearing or whatever it is that they got together and they talked about it. And they couldn't say much exactly everything that happened in there, but they were saying it's some kind of phenomena. They can't. It's not from another country. They know that, and this and that. But I think they're saying it could be a plane. It could be just a privately owned drone or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people, maybe you have groups of people that are fanatics on drones and they just go flying like this, messing with the people, throwing things up there. But then again, I don't know, on my Instagram, I posted a video. You see that Amazon delivery?
Yes, that was real.
It delivers the packages and drops them. I think they're already doing that. So who's to say it's not Amazon doing the late night delivery,
I don't know.
But one thing I did see, 6 o'clock in the morning, I walked out to take my dogs out like I normally do. And I've been looking up in the sky, but I get drones around here all the time, and they're from the Air Force Base, right? The big unmanned drones. Anyways, I seen a red one just posted up, and it's just stable there, and it's not moving, and I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen them before, and I knew it was a drone because I watch them, and they just post up and just stay there, But it was a drone, but 6 o'clock in the morning. Why, I don't know. And it's not a plane. It's not this. It was a drone. I know because I seen them.
It wasn't an airplane, and it was Superman.
It's a drone. I know drones. Hey, because I see him around here. It wasn't Rudolph either with his red nose.
Right.
But yeah, I see that. But a lot of people are panicking because of this. My main concern would be Russia, China, because China did the biggest drone. It broke the world's record for it. I can't remember how many drones, 50,000. I don't know how many, quite a bit. And they were all flying in unison and doing this amazing things, real detailed stuff. So we got to be concerned about that because, in reality, if they were to turn those for military purposes and use them for military purposes, it can be dangerous. But then again, they already got, I analyze everything. They already got guns that they can eliminate that and drop them, radio wave.
Santa's new whip.
Yeah.
Santa's new whip. Yeah, but who knows, man? But they're trying to turn it into like what was that movie? War of the Worlds. You know how that came out?
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. If it is UFOs, bro, we need Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's it. We just need Tom. We don't want Iron Man, Batman. They're all fake. We need a real dude. Tom Cruise, bro. That's what we need.
Tom Cruise and Will Smith, right?
Yeah, hey, right? Independence Day, right? No, he might get slapped, bro. He might try to slap them, and Anyway,
That's crazy.
so,
Well, I don't know.
One thing I know is that they're creating a lot of people panicking and stuff like that. Not just that. I've even seen some things. They say, "What's that state where they're at right now? What is the state where they're mostly seen back east?"
New Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey. They posted up a thing, and it's a little meme of not Predator. What's that other one, man? What's that one movie? Terminator.
Oh, Terminator?
Terminator, yeah.
That was LA though.
I know, but they posted this is what it's like in New Jersey. So they put a video of Terminator and all the firing things in it, whatever, like crazy.
Okay.
I know it's no aliens because I don't believe in that, no aliens, but it's the government or some private things,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's scaring a lot of people though.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Denise, what do you think on that?
Huh?
What do you think?
There's a lot of stuff, but I'll just say this, that I think that it's the government just trying to scare people, which they have. If they brought people all, going all crazy of what could be what. Look, we have such a great military, you know, and all that we have, right? The United States has the best military. They knew what these were. They know what they are. You know why they're covering it up. I think it's to scare the people, but which they're doing a good job. I mean, they have everybody. You know, oh my God, what are these? What are they? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? They're in the ocean. Blah blah blah. With our intelligence guys, they know what they are. They know what they're doing. We may not know yet, but it'll come out eventually. You know. I just gotta wait to see like what else is gonna come out.
Yeah.
Just to be more precise with what I want to say, but
Should be interesting, right? So I'll just say this. I have to be obviously careful with the words that I use, but try to just follow. Lots of people heard there's videos out about it, but I'm just going to be cautious with how I deliver it. There was a rumor out there that something that could be very harmful to our entire country made its way across the border there from a country that's under a lot of conflict right now. And allegedly, news got to higher ups that this item had made it into the U.S. and
I heard that, Jen.
This is why the drones are searching for this said alleged item that they think may have made its way here. So prayers that's not true. And like
I heard that. I seen that. You know, yeah, you're right.
We just have to be careful with those words that involve what the story's talking about. YouTube hates us to talk about it, but I'm sure you guys can piece together, you know, what that could be.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see if we find out about it or if we don't. And who knows? YouTube, it could be a big distraction too. Who knows?
It can be.
I mean, because how far back in the 70s where those UFOs came out, right? What was it called?
Yeah. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, 1977. So,
well, they've known about these for a long time, supposedly, right?
Mhm.
And there's been people that have seen, and they're already gone. I think they're probably like in their hundreds, maybe. But people that saw the UFOs back then talked about it. I forgot what I was watching, guys, a documentary about that though. But supposedly there is something out there, but again, I don't believe. I don't believe that. I mean,
good.
like Spank said, you know, I lean on the Bible for my understanding and all that. So good questions, gotta look it up.
Right. Everybody's got their thoughts on it, but we'll see what comes out and what doesn't.
It'll come out. Something will come out.
Yeah.
So let's jump over to this next story. You guys, just a little preface of, I don't think the audio may not show up in this, but just to kind of give a little backstory, this is either a coffee shop or a convenience store where someone comes in and tries to take something from a customer there, and this super duper employee of the month just shows him what's up. Let's watch it, and then you guys let me know. Would you do the same thing? Is it worth it? Let's see. Okay, so it did meet what was being said. Obviously, if you guys can see what's happening, if you're not just listening, attempted robber comes in, tries to swipe either a laptop, phone, something from a patron that's sitting down having coffee or something. And working there comes from behind the counter, tries to swoop him up. The guy who was actually committing the robbery had their mace on him, which is very powerful. It's not just like a regular mace; like it shoots out. I forget how many feet. It's I mean,
60. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. I thought it was a soda or something, but that was bear mace, huh?
yeah, and they basically took him down and they held him there until San Francisco PD got there and arrested him. I wonder sometimes, like, how far is too far? Would you go for your job? Like, at some point do you feel like, hey, I don't get paid to risk my life? Or if you see someone potentially getting their stuff taken, or would you step in for that, or would you only step in if you see them being harmed? I don't know.
Right.
I was telling Fred last night. Sometimes it's
Those strange days.
yeah. Sometimes it's not worth. Sometimes it's just not worth it these days. Just to remember, I was telling you, Fred. Sometimes we get these signs, signs from God, right? Like either to do or not to do, and I don't know. I don't think unless it's my family. Like, I hate to sound, whatever, but I'm not gonna go to jail for somebody else. Like, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it.
You got to be careful. There's being a good Samaritan and doing something, but sometimes you have to be careful because you don't know what they have on them.
Right. Nowadays,
it could be your unlucky date.
Yeah.
I've encountered when I worked for a Circle K years ago, right, where guy was stealing stuff from the store, and I was on the lotto line, and it was a big old line this way, and Florine was getting into it with the guy because she's seen him taking stuff. So then he started manhandling her, right? When I seen that, that's when I went over there and I did what I did, and we were squabbing for who knows how long, in there. And when I seen him go like this, because I had him in a headlock and he had this Jerry curl stuff on him and he just went sloop, he was just like slippery. But anyways, when he backed up like this and he went like this, I said, he's going to try to shoot me or something. So I just dove that way, right? And after that, she already locked the what do you call it? The store, right? So she locked the store so he couldn't get out. And there's this big old audience out there, right? His friends and other people, right? So what I did is I went behind the counter and I got a bat. So I came up to him, and when I was coming around the cashier, he grabbed Jerry's jar, and I don't know if you know those big jars like this, right? Full of like water halfway or more. And he grabbed like this, and he grabbed it like he was going to throw it at me, right? So then when he did that, I kind of backed up a little bit to dodge it. So when he did that, he turned around and threw it through the window. Now, I'm not kidding you. The glass in the window is pretty thick, right? Well, he made a hole about this big. I don't know if you can see, but, he made a hole. You can't see. Anyways, he made a hole about this big, and when I hit him in the leg right here by the knees, right, he went down. He was on this guy was on PCP because I hit him pretty hard. So he went down, and he got up, and then he backed himself up to there was two what do you call those, video games, right? So I'm watching him, and then so I have him there, and his friends are outside. Let him go. So Florine already called the cops, but they're not there. It's a mission. And these other people, when he threw that, jar through the window, he cut a little girl on the side, right? And his dad and the family were, let me at him. I'm gonna blah blah blah. And then so the door was locked. He pushed those two what do you call those, the two video games back. And he went running around the store. When he ran around the other way, I was following him. And you know what he did? He dove through that window, man. He just dove through that hole in the window.
No,
he landed on his knees, hands and knees, and people got on him, and he still got away. And the cops never caught this. But I was saying, like, I don't, and they teach you in there, don't play hero. And I wasn't playing hero. It just started because he was messing up that one girl. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I just.
What about
days, you know, when I was
What
in
should I
the
said right now, you know, business
So-
owners, they're allowed though to carry. Business
So
owners,
I did what I did, but you know, in the long run, after that, you know, but you got to be careful sometimes, man. You gotta really analyze the situation. You got to really be like on the up and up and look to see what's going. That's why you never get caught sleeping. And you. When I approach people and I don't know them or something's happening, I always look at them. And I always inspect them to see when the bolt is looking this and that, see what they're carrying in pockets or whatever, you know, here, this and that, or, you know, and that's how I do it. You know, I always make sure that I see what they got, you know?
Yeah, that's good. It's a strange day. I wanted to just say that out loud. Good to see you, brother. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Definitely will
Strange
help
days.
Thank you.
with some.
Hey, you know what? Somebody said it's like Hotel California. When you had him in there, he checked in, but he couldn't check out, bro. Which is kind of funny because it's sang by the Eagles. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying.
You check in, but you never leave. Huh? Yeah.
There you
Right?
go.
It's by the Eagles, bro. Like, hey, you know.
Oh,
Anyway, no,
Grace.
you know what? My opinion about that is too, though. The other side of it too, though. Maybe those people are just tired of it already from seeing people do that, you know, and they're just fed up with it already and not letting people. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of like the movie with Charles Bronson, right? Where he's a vigilante. He just kind of
Vigilante.
takes it into his own hands because it's
Yeah.
not stopping it. The police can't do it, you know, and people get tired, you know. I mean, that's another situation too, though, you know. I think because you know what? I think ever since the last few years, we're back to that again. That had stopped a long time ago, man. That wasn't going on no more where people were doing some crazy outlandish stuff. And now it's back again, you know, especially in the Bay Area. You know, they
Oh,
said
yeah.
that you go there, they break into your car. It's just terrible, man. It's just, you know, I think people are fed up with it. Like, I mean, in the sense, I mean, think about it. If somebody says, hey, man, you really gonna fight over your phone? Like, you can go get another one or whatever. The principle of the matter is, it's your phone. That's one. Number two is, excuse me, it's not really work to either or. You know, a phone is probably good for about 6 months till the next one comes up, you know? So to the guy taking it, to the person protecting it, they're both at a loss here. You know, it's really I think it's oxymoron, to be honest with you. Even I mean, think about it. You're gonna go think about it. Say somebody's gone to prison for trying to steal an iPhone 6 back in the day. It's even irrelevant now. You know, it's irrelevant. Like, it's pointless. But yeah, you're still doing time. It's pointless. You know, I think it's pointless. But I mean,
Hey,
I
Jen,
don't.
and Denise, if you seen your significant other in a place and chilling, and some guy came up to rob him, what would you ladies do?
You know what? I'm bad. Like, I really. Okay, I don't have the. I'm just gonna be honest. I normally react before I think in a situation like that. If I see my loved one, someone's putting hands on them. I mean, I'm the person who's been on the hood of a moving car before because of something like this. I mean, it was in the newspaper. Let me put it that way. Maybe one day I'll share the story. Yeah, if I see my loved one is potentially being harmed, I'm not proud of it because that's not the way to go. It's not the smart thing. I do let my emotions. I think a lot of women do. I'm just speaking for myself, but I know some women that are the same. We react based on emotions before we think things out. And
I think a lot of people are like that, especially when it comes to your loved ones or somebody close to you. You know, because
Yeah.
heck yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Let's just say we have a plan. Let's just say we have a plan.
yeah,
No, I'm not.
You're like, okay, you hold them off, Melvin, and I'll be in the car, all right?
Yeah, I'll be going. Just jump in.
right? I'll go slow.
All right.
Yeah, man, that's it.
I ran into a situation like that years ago but this guy, I don't know if he was drunk or whatever, but he was acting stupid. I was just pulled up in a parking stall, and my girlfriend at the time was there, sitting shotgun, and I was here, and I had to make a phone call. Back then, it was go to the payphone, put some money in, go to the payphone. So I said, okay, I'm gonna make a phone call. So as soon as I was getting out, this guy comes walking, staring me down, looking at me. So I says, and she goes, "Don't fight." She tells me, "Don't fight, don't." Okay, I won't. And then so he walked by and he walked towards the back of my car, but he was staring me down hard. So I got out, went to the back, and he started staring me down more. So I looked at him and I walked away. And what came out of his mouth was, "That's right. You better listen to your blah blah blah." This and that. I'm like, "Oh yeah." So when I turned around, I took flight on it right there, man. And she didn't even know we were doing that in the back. She didn't see me kind of like not going that way. And then she looked, then she came out. And then at that time, he was already on the ground. And what's his name? She started kicking him, like this, kicking him. And then his friend
I don't
came.
think Melvin would want me to get involved. Honestly.
Yeah, when his friends came, I didn't expect it. I didn't even. I'm good, But then his friends started coming and says, "You better." I just told him, "Hey, man, your friend's been acting stupid," And I told him, it says, "But they didn't do nothing to me, man. They didn't do nothing to me." But yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like if it's just a one-on-one, like one guy to another guy, okay. But if it's something crazy, my loved one's getting jumped or someone's trying to run them over or, if it's anything to do with my kids, forget it. All bets are off there.
You take flight. You jump in the car, huh? In the window. That's right.
I'm biting your ankles. I'm poking your eyes out. I'm doing whatever.
You don't. When you get into a situation like that and your adrenaline's kicking in, you just, hey, let's just do it. You don't think twice,
Yeah. We're doing they try to do anything to any family member. I'm chasing them down at the French Connection. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that movie. The French Connection.
I don't think I've seen it. I heard of it.
I don't watch movies.
He's
nonstop. But I'm not a movie watcher.
Yeah, no, he's nonstop, man. He doesn't stop for nothing. It's just like he's coming after him, man. It's just, and that's what it is, though, bro. I mean, you know what? The other side of that coin, though, guys. I think it's oxymoron again because there's cameras now. You cannot get away with anything anymore. There's cameras and excuse me, high definition. It's sometimes it's you can't even do anything anymore. Even if you're driving, there's cameras outside, inside, and you're being watched the whole time.
Yeah.
But hey, that's the way it is.
That's true. That's something you got to think about going into things. If you have time to think about it, anyways. Yeah, most definitely.
That's right. There's cameras everywhere, man.
Don't get caught up like Suge Knight in the Vegas thing, right? When he was saying, he said, "Well, I was trying to help the guy up, but you see the video, and he's kicking him."
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, there's cameras everywhere. I mean, just
right.
If you get started, then you have nothing to worry about. But other than that,
yeah, we gotta stay on guard, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. We got. I might have another story here too. Let me see. No, we're not gonna touch on that one. That's kind of crazy. But there was something. I'll just bring this up. It's got a sad ending, but so there was a case last week. I was gonna play a bit of the video, but I chose not to. There was a young mom in Fresno who I think she was like 22 years old, right? And she was living with her, I think he was 18 years old, her boyfriend. She had 2 kids already. She was 22. And she, being unalived, oddly enough, her 2-year-old toddler supposedly is the one who was able
Oh.
to
Oh.
firearm that was left out, and there was no safety on, and there was one in the chamber, and the mother, the young mom, ended up losing her life.
Yeah.
This
I
was
think
really
we need to hear about that one because that just sounds. I mean, I didn't even know what type of gun it was, sis, but
I
just
think
the
it was a
recoil,
9. Is
just
what
the
they
recoil of that would be like, how could a 2-year-old handle that? Like, come on.
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, I don't know enough about all
Yeah.
the ins and
I mean,
outs,
yeah.
but it was an odd. I've heard of older kids accidentally, you know what I mean, that you grab a hold of something, but I don't know how much pressure is required, how a 2-year-old would get their little hand around it. And oh my gosh, to think that that poor child is going to grow up and find out that, they're
Right.
basically saying that he is responsible,
Yeah.
unintentionally for unaliving his own mother.
Yeah.
Dang,
There
that's
was
crazy.
another one where the two kids were in the car that the mom went to inside the store or something, and she came out. The one of the child unalived the other one because she left it in the glove compartment, which is stupid. You can't have a loaded gun, period, in your car. Like, there's rules about that. You have to have it in a lockbox. First of all, it can't be in your glove compartment like that. And I hope they, that mom or whoever was in the car with them that day, they have to face consequences for that. That's their bad.
Yeah.
You should have never been in the glove compartment. Sorry, guys.
Right. I think in this case, they're going to be looking into it. I mean, it is
That
right.
sounds-
A 9 isn't easy to a 2-year-old to manage that. I'm sure they're going to be looking into who all was in the home, who was around, and
no,
if
yeah.
there's any other type of evidence to, who knows, ring camera, anything like that. It's
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear about that one.
definitely.
Because I'm telling you, that's just too much. I mean,
Yeah.
weird things happen though. Like,
Odd
that's
things
weird.
happen. All the more reason to keep things put up and locked up and make sure there's nothing in the chamber and safety is on at all times.
Clear your gun.
That's the hard part because people do, you gotta have a technically a safe
Yeah.
because people will remove the hinges, of something that's made out of wood or whatever,
Even if they had their CIW, if they had their concealed carry, they still have to carry it. They still have to, when they're not by the firearm, they have to still have it in the case, locked. Like, that's not, I mean, they should have known that.
Okay.
There's certain things.
Yeah,
Oh, did you guys, not to get off subject, but that CEO that got unalived,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, girl.
that healthcare, what do you guys think about that?
So let's just give everyone can you give everyone sort of a quick rundown of that case so people can
So it
catch up?
came out on the,
Okay.
so this is what I saw on the news, that they show everything. They show the guy pull out his weapon, waiting for him. He was waiting for him. He waited for him for about 5 minutes, he said. Cold-blooded, shot him as he was walking, shot him in the back. And they come to find out that his weapon had a silencer on it. And it just happened so fast. So he got away. I think they caught him. Yeah, they caught him. Yeah.
Yeah, they caught him already.
They caught him already. I think it took a couple of days though for them to get him. But
Yeah. So
that
this
right there is just
this was the unaliving of the big CEO of a huge insurance company, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And there was a guy who was like laying in wait for him, caught on camera, right? You know
Did you
what?
guys see what? Sorry, did you see the part where he engraved on the bullets?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, he's not a dumb man. He went to school, he educated himself and all, but something went wrong somewhere.
He
You
was
know what
pretty
I'm
dumb
saying?
because he was pretty dumb because
A lot of thought when
his weapon kept getting stuck, right?
And he knew how to.
Air, but you guys, if you know that certain things have to be in place when you're using a silencer, right? So
Yeah.
he was just not. He was smart to know how to restart it.
To redo it, yeah.
To get it, it was sticking or whatever. But so he was not that dumb, but he was dumb. Like, let's just put it that way. He wasn't the smartest guy when it came to his firearm.
They were on the news. They were saying like he's like a vigilante, and there's some people that are praising what he's doing or kind of like him for what he done. You know.
Dude, you guys, I forgot what he wrote on the bullets, but it had to do with the book.
This
It
is
was the
Herb
name of the
right
book.
here. So Herb 916, he carved deny, defile, dispose on each of the bullet casings.
Do you remember what
I
it
think
said?
it was defend.
Right there.
You
Okay.
defend, or I think it was defend.
Yeah, that's a book, you guys. It came out to
Yeah, it is a book. Yeah.
It came out to be a book. I forgot who wrote it. But
But he also was reading the manifesto for that Unabomber, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
all into that stuff. So who knows what dark stuff people get into, you know?
I have heard this also. It was a weapon, a 3D weapon that was created. And that's interesting because I do remember, I have a couple friends that are in a business of creating like 3D things like different types of jewelry boxes or cases and things like that.
Mhm.
A couple years back, they were saying like they were concerned for their business because they're supposedly with this law coming out where 3D printers were going to be illegal due to certain people trying to create weapons from them.
Mhm.
But this guy that unalived this huge insurance CEO, people are praising him. That's how I came to know about this case. I didn't really hear about it because I wasn't watching the news, but one of my daughters was telling me, Mom, you should talk about this. This is crazy. This guy unalived this big insurance company guy, and everyone's talking about him like he's like this hot young guy, and how he's like a vigilante because he unalived the guy who was making sure to basically say no to all of these people's insurance claims to get the treatment they needed for cancer, surgery, to treat all kinds of chronic illnesses and terminal illnesses. He was the guy who was creating the documents to show, like, tell people how to deny the claims. So there's a lot of hatred out there towards this.
oh yeah, he made millions of dollars a month.
Probably
Or-
another.
Was it yearly or monthly? I forgot what he had, but that guy made a lot of money.
He's got a good lawyer too, as I'm hearing. And who's the lawyer? She did another case for a well-known person.
Really? Yeah,
I
Debbie.
Yeah.
heard the lawyer talk, but I'm not sure who he didn't look familiar to me.
Yeah, it was a lady. She was a lawyer for another person, a well-known
Right.
person.
Oh, I
And
see.
you got to have money to hire people like that, you know?
Yeah. Herb 916 says United Healthcare denies 30% of claims automatically off top.
Wow.
Guys. Probably
Wow.
without even opening them up.
That reminds me of that.
Rating, and that guy was pretty up there. He was high up.
That reminds me of that Denzel Washington movie where John. What is it?
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of it? Where he
Q,
they
is
moved
it Q, something Q, right?
Q. Yeah, John Q. Or something.
John Q.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
crazy.
That's what I have been hearing too. Like they're talking about it like he's a hero. There's a lot of people who have said that they lost their loved ones, lost their lives due to this guy's company that he oversees and is the CEO of, denying their claims. So, there's a lot of people that are like, well, that's what he gets.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah, nobody deserves that. But
No,
Yeah,
even his wife said he had
also is like my mom. She used to take this one medicine, and that medicine was so expensive, man. It was like thousands of dollars just for that medicine, and that's kind of scary. That, I mean, just to keep you alive, or to keep you healthy or whatever, and you have a medicine that they charge so much for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Yeah.
And it probably doesn't take pennies of the dollar to make.
Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. I remember this one medication when I first started getting migraines. Like I've had them for over 20 years. Fortunately, I feel like they're a lot fewer in between now.
Yeah.
But when I first started getting them, the one medication I found that worked, there was not a generic created for it yet. And it was something like $900, a little over $900 for 9 pills for a month.
Jeez.
Yeah, no
Wow.
insurance wanted to pay for it. None. And I was like so desperate to, and it was not a narcotic. It was not like something people could get messed up on, or it was just something that basically opened up your blood vessels in your brain to where they weren't clamped down, causing
It would dilate them.
right.
Yeah.
But for a long time, any insurance company I came across would not want to cover it, and anyone that has suffered from chronic migraines knows it is a feeling of like you would rather just not even. I won't even go any further, but it's not something you can live with and deal with on a daily basis. It's
You
terrible.
know, again, it goes back to the same thing. Again, I'm not condoning what happened, that it's right or anything, but people are standing up. People are fed up with stuff, when things aren't going the way they should be. Unfortunately, it's an unfortunate situation, but I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on. People need to stop doing this.
Yeah.
Especially if you have the power, it needs to stop. Like, don't feel invincible.
You know what's sad is that the big companies, they're already making money. They already make big profits. Millions of
Yeah,
dollars, and now they're going to get some more tax breaks to make more money to put in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
exactly.
you guys, Fred, should be getting a taste of that some money, but you're not. And
Yeah,
another thing is the price of eggs have gone up again.
yeah,
And it's crazy. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It is.
And then that's the thing. That's the thing, though, man, because it's a scary thing that people are getting harmed. You
Right.
know, and nobody's untouchable, man.
Yeah.
It's
It's crazy.
No,
unfortunate.
they're just so used to making those big bucks, and well, unfortunately, it cost him his life. I worked for a car dealership one time, you guys, and I'm telling you, those guys that sit up there on the desk, they make money off these people, right? Well, us car buyers,
Mhm.
and with no shame, no feeling, no nothing in their game for what they do.
Yeah.
So,
And
I
I'll
used to
tell you
work
guys a little
with
more offline, but
yeah.
it's insane. I had this
I
one guy, I was a receptionist there, and I saw everything that was going on. And there was a sales guy there that came up to me. He's like, "I'm done." He goes, "I can't." He goes, "Honestly," I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Honestly, Denise, I can't work here. I can't lie to these people to their face. Like I'm lying to them." And I'm like, "Okay." But then after he told me that, I was like, "Wow, that's a trip." He wasn't the type. Like that job didn't fit him.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
he couldn't
sad.
lie to people's faces like that to make money. He was not. He was not the
Yeah.
guy.
You know something is like a certain car is like a total lemon or something, and you're trying to hype it up to someone who's gonna be scraping vitamins.
Yeah.
That's tough. I couldn't do that. I worked for a dealership before, and I would see those kind of things happening, and it was very disheartening. And to see what was taking place, and believe me, if these guys, it was mainly guys who were the salesmen there, if they weren't making their quota, they were gone.
Yeah.
So if you couldn't get these people to buy, you were out of there anyways.
Yeah, man. It's
This was a known dealership, and yeah, that guy just didn't have it in him. And those guys up there, though, the main managers, I forgot what they're called, general managers, they didn't have any type of heart for nobody. They made their money. That's what they did, and that's the way they live. But see, this guy, it cost him his life, and that's not worth. To me, I don't know, you guys.
Yeah, I have a question. This is what Trump said the other day. He was answering questions and saying statements and stuff like that. His things. He's going to make this country rich again by doing what he's doing and adding tariffs, right? And when it comes to adding tariffs, the consumer starts having to pay for it in some way. You know what I'm saying? But he's saying he wants to make this country rich. Now, my question is, rich as for everybody or just the upper echelons?
Well, I've never been
Well,
rich, but I can imagine what. So
I think it's just for, I don't think it has anything to do with us, basically. I don't think we're going to see any of that. Only the people that are the big corporations, all that stuff are going to see the benefits for saving on the taxes, this and that, you know, but it's not going to trickle down to anybody else. They're just going to stow away their money. See, it's rich for billionaires. See,
So what exactly is
Is
it?
it?
I know a tariff is something to do with exchanging goods, right? Is that
Yeah.
it's like a tax. They put the tariffs on the imports and stuff like that. If they want to import it, they're going to tax maybe 100%. However, like he was saying, what 100% or something, or 25, 30%, whatever, you know. But he's doing that to Canada and Mexico. And then all these other countries, you know. But I don't think it's a good way to do things. You know, I mean, why do you want to make everybody else mad against the country? You know, like do a fair trade or whatever. You know what I do, and I do respect. I mean, what he's trying to do, but China has been taking over for a long time. You know, and I said this many years ago. Different presidents. I says, man, it's time for us to start exporting as much as we import. You know what I'm saying? But our lifestyles are kind of different. It depends, you know. The lifestyles are different, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Big Stomps says right here, tariffs are taxes on imports, not
Not countries, yeah.
okay.
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 So then we are gonna pay for it, you know.
Now I try to now, like just being conscious of course, I would rather money go towards our own by a fellow countrymen, right?
Yeah.
A local business, small business. I try to keep, you know, what little money I do spend in this big world of, you know, people spending lots of money. I try to keep that within my community, and I try to keep it within this country. Even I'm conscious of it, but you can't always. There's certain items that you're gonna see. Wow, I could spend $30 on one of these, or I could get it for $2, and it's, you know, from another country. It's a difficult thing sometimes when you see the price is so much.
You know what's a trip, Jen, is over here. I like it because I've been driving around and I've been going to other places, and I noticed they're building a lot of brand new homes, right? But they're beautiful homes, big homes, but the prices are going to be outrageous. And I don't think it's for the people, because you know they're expanding out here. A lot of industrial places, right? And anybody that's working there, other than the people probably in management or even higher position, maybe could afford to go purchase one of those houses. But I don't think those other people that are working for them will be able to afford those, because the price of houses are pretty high, you know.
Yeah,
And it's kind of, they need to make affordable homes for people, you know, just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for the regular people, you know, just people that are the backbone of the company, basically, you know.
Yeah. He says that the consumer is the one who pays on the tariffs, not the country getting their tariffs. Oh wow, we should definitely look into it and educate ourselves on it for sure. Because I know I don't know all the ins and outs, but I do want to know going forward. That's crazy. And it's true. The price of homes, if you're not somebody who is fortunate enough to have your parents or grandparents purchase land or a home, or if you just
I agree with you, Didi. Yeah.
extremely blessed and able to purchase before things kind of, you know, blew up, I don't know what the chances are of a lot of home ownership unless you're working for some sort of super company, you know.
But
No,
I
you
heard
have to
that,
be way up there in the CEO or something. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
I heard there's mortgages that are like $4,000, and
yeah,
I'm like, are you kidding me, dude?
yeah.
Like, you
Wild, right?
kidding me?
But I just sometimes I'll look just to, you know, like on Facebook Marketplace or something. There's
Yeah.
like a 2-bedroom for rent, and I'll look and it's like $3,000.
Yeah,
2-bedroom, 1 bath.
yeah.
That's to have a washer and dryer inside. A stacked
Yeah.
washer and dryer. That's just the
And
incentive
it
they have.
blows my mind because I'm
Crazy.
thinking, how could you survive? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Some people don't
You know,
even
you know what I'm seeing on certain people that are like they're about my age and maybe a little bit older, seniors and stuff like that are retired. They worked all their lives, some work for the government, others get pension and this and that, but they don't make enough still. You know what I'm saying? And Social
Yeah.
Security really doesn't pay them much, so they're contemplating. They're thinking they have to live in a tiny home in order to live, you know, to where it's affordable in this country now. Because they're
Yeah.
saying that's probably the way it's going to go. Because if you can see, some of these people are van lifers or whatever they call them. They live in a van or they do certain things. Yeah,
I see a lot of that now. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people living that way and posting that as their content. You know what I mean? Van life, you know, across the U.S. or living here and there. It's interesting, but
I think if you own property, put some tiny homes on that property and rent them out, then you'd be making some money. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe anybody on social media right now that's saying that life is great. I don't care what you show me. I don't care what fancy food you show me, what kind of vehicle you drive or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not good for anybody right now. I don't believe that. I really don't believe that though. And I think again, it's a social media world, you know.
Yeah.
But people are lying. People are lying, and they're trying to fake it. You know, the prices are outrageous right now
Yeah.
for everything.
yes.
I mean, just food alone, food and
Food
gas
alone,
alone.
And they don't see the food prices going down because they're saying Trump reneged on his thing. He can't do it. You know, he promises, but he can't do it. You know,
Man,
so the prices are going to be high still for a while. You know.
Wait,
it's
right?
ridiculous.
Happen overnight, bro.
Yeah, I try to be conscious of what I make for dinner and try to make it last. And I mean, I would suggest, if anyone cares, anyways, to try and find little ways here and there to cut back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, just to make things a little more survivable, tolerable.
Yeah.
If
Stop
Oh,
making
this is my daughter,
food at
hey.
home.
But I was showing her on YouTube showing those little houses, those
Yeah.
little houses that I forgot who it was, Tony talking about. I told her, hey man, park one out there.
Right?
You know, sure, that's a little pad right there. Has everything.
No.
right? And check
Everything that I took last year to see in a apartment because she wanted a 2-bedroom. But I'm telling you, the rent changed once they put in that extra parking and that washer dryer stack up. Like $1,000 more. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
too
check
much,
your
you guys.
county, like where you guys live too, because I know here in Monterey County, something passed a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, a couple of years ago, where they were starting to let some of the properties here, if they're over a certain amount of acreage, to add tiny homes. And they never allowed that before. So if
No.
you can do it, and if you have family that owns property and you can keep that property within your own family,
Yeah.
hang on to it.
Not only
Where-
that, they let people, they legalized living in the garage if you have it, because we had to knock things down. We didn't have, it wasn't legal, right? But now it's legal. Now. You can have your dwelling, like that's considered a dwelling, right?
You know what? I had this mentor that he owns liquor stores, right? He's a Korean guy, right? And he's the one that taught me to open up my 2 tattoo parlors. Okay. Well, he tells me he always he got a lot of people started on businesses, you know, recycling place. This guy, he told him he used to pick up recyclables in a truck. and he taught him how to open his own little place over here. That guy's making bank. He bought him a whole 5 acres over here with like 3 or 4 houses, and stuff. And he got out of there. But the thing is like, man, what was the point I was trying to make? I'm an old senior citizen.
You're talking about your place, though, tattoo spot, or what?
Oh, what was that?
What's your tattoo parlor?
Oh yeah, but he taught me all this stuff, which is beneficial. Oh, this is what I was going to mention about homes. Okay, he says, this is what you do, because this is what their people do. They have some beautiful homes out here right down the street over. I mean, like luxurious homes, but they're big houses, 2 stories, huge, like mansions. They get all their family members to go in and get that house and divide it amongst them, and they live like that on a big place, beautiful home, like badass. They're nice.
Yeah, the living quarters are they're suitable for like their parents. They have like an apartment up on the top, their kitchen. They have all that already built in those homes. House that you're talking about. I know I went into one in Norco. Where they have the flags and their open houses. You just go check them out. And
You know what they're doing over here now is they're building 3 stories now. They're building 3 stories over here, not 2 stories. Now you got 3 units, and they're just like China now. The rooms are everything's small, super small, and they're building them and renting them out for like. There was one over here, 1 bedroom, half the size of my house, half the size. I think it was for $1,700 for half the size. And it's small. Yeah.
That's interesting. And it's true. Like her building right here, we need to be building up, not out. I mean,
and it doesn't, the benefit of that, it doesn't cost them more because they're not taking up more land. It's just air up there, That's why, that's how they're making so much money, because, they're building upwards. They don't have to go access. I don't need more property this way. I just go up this way.
And see, the thing about it too is that people want more than what they have than what they need. You don't need that big of a house. You don't need that, whatever amount. People, it's more, to me, a lot of people, I mean, I'm not knocking anybody that can afford it, but if you can't afford it, it's more of an image than it is really a necessity now. So you really don't need that much space. For whatever, especially if you're maxed out on credit cards, and I mean, your life could look good from the exterior, but if you're not sleeping at night, man, because you're paying what you gotta pay, that's no way to live life, man. That's how I see it.
I agree. I'm definitely not someone that cares to, look at everything. I do not care about all that. Like,
exactly.
If I have somewhere to lay my head down at night, a place to prepare a warm meal for my family, I am grateful.
No, yeah. It's a thing that I think, again, people have lost that to be humble about it. They've lost that. Everybody wants the big, I want this, I want that, and feel entitled to it. And if the breadwinner cannot give that, you're considered to be like, I gotta go do this. Because they want the image, but that stuff costs money.
Right.
Costs money that you don't need to be spending.
This area where I live now, they finally permitted it to. They allow it to build up now. Okay, and before they did it, and that was because their water lines were outdated. They didn't have the pressure and everything, but they updated all the water lines all the way through, so now they allow you to go upward, but they say if your house burns down or anything like that happens, you can't rebuild again.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. That's messed up.
And that's it. No, you know what? And that's another thing too, though. Like, in going back to everything else, what's the point of paying just to look a certain way, just to have an image? Again, I mean,
it's what what you're right, Fred. What makes you happy? Do I have to have all this stuff to be happy? You're right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Happiness
because I
can
got to
come.
keep up with the Joneses, you know, because I got to keep up with the Joneses over here that have this and that because they're showing it off on social media. Well, the last time I checked, the Joneses lost their house.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, you know, I mean, hey, that's what it is, you know.
And you know what? And talking about some of the houses that I was mentioning over here, that they're beautiful homes, right?
Hmm.
That you never see nobody there, bro. You
Yeah,
never, because they're always probably working, you know,
yeah,
and they're just beautiful homes just sitting there. You don't see nobody playing outside or whatever, or Lotte Manning coming by or anything, you know. It's just beautiful homes and they're just sitting there,
uh,
but they're not even home.
no, yeah. You know what? I have a friend of mine who told me a friend of mine from Salinas said that some people across the street they're paying about 4 racks, man, 4 grand a month.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that they're selling plates of food, you know, and all this stuff, and it looks cool. You know, I mean, they're doing all this. Yeah, it's a big exactly what Big Sam said. Shout out to you, brother. That's exactly what it is. Um,
Yeah.
and the reason they're selling food is to make the mortgage payment.
Yeah.
So what kind of life is that? You know, what kind of life is that? Get what you can afford. You know, get what you
Yeah.
can afford. You know, I,
Right.
yeah,
Minimalist, be a minimalist, huh? Yeah, cut back on certain things and
Yes.
you know,
and get out there and see what the world's like, rather than
it's business
going up
101,
about
bro.
things that are really nothing.
Yeah, it's business 101. It really is. I mean, look, you run it. Sorry, guys. Even the CDs back in the day when you had the whole thick CD, you know, the actual regular case, right?
Right.
Okay, you have to print a paper for the back to fold in the back, and then the piece of plastic goes over it. Then the CD goes in there. Then you have the cover that folds. It goes in the little sleeve, and then it closes, right?
Okay.
So what I did was I started cutting all that. I said, no, we're gonna do a slim case, only the cover, and the rest of the this is before the digital era. The when it was starting to come in, all the track lists and everything you need to know is gonna be when you buy it and you pull it out, you open it, it's gonna be all in there. You know, or you put it on the internet, you know, the track list and who's on it or whatnot.
Right.
You put costs on having to print more paper, more ink, more plastic. It cut costs. It's business 101. I mean, those are small little things. And people need to do that with homes as well. If you really cannot afford the home you have, the car you drive, or whatever, hey, but people don't want to look broke, don't want to look poor, don't want to look a certain. They want to look a certain way. It has to be an image, you know.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah. Well,
I
That's
honestly
really
can
what it is.
feel. Go ahead, Jen. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's a matter of when it comes down to it, are you more concerned about keeping up an image or real life decisions?
Exactly.
I think real life
Exactly.
decisions is more important than anything. You know.
That's
Yeah.
personal.
And once, see, and it may be nice. It's like anything at first when you first buy a car. Oh yeah, look, you know, hey man, look, it has this, and you're showing everything off. After a couple of months, man, it just becomes a payment and a burden in a sense. You're like, man, you know, this stuff is, but it's a necessity, you know.
Right.
So everything, it's like anything. Everything is nice at first. After a while, it just becomes you know, it's just a headache, man, and it's just like. But
Yeah.
those are things too, though, that cars sometimes are necessities. But sometimes maybe we don't need the big truck. Maybe we don't need the big, you know, like me. I'm going to get rid of some of my vehicles. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need it.
You know, I'm not a
I don't
hoarder,
want
man. If I have too much stuff stored around, like in my garage, this I'll give it away, get rid of it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't like hoarding stuff. You know, like having a
Yeah,
bunch of clutter.
That's what I'm doing right now. Like I'm purging things. I need it only what I have to get by. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I can't. It just causes more stress, more.
And you know what? Sometimes you could get some of that stuff, sell it at a yard sale, take that money, put it away, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Put
Right.
put that
Right.
money or whatever away. You know, put it on offer up,
exactly,
whatever.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly, man. Oh yeah, straight up. That's really what it is, man. And I just think it's a shame, man, because you know, like they said now, social media is one big highlight reel. That's all it is. It's fake. It's not real, and people are believing them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
thank you so much.
people believe it now. Thank you,
So
BB.
much.
You know, people
Yeah,
believe
this
that.
is all show, bro. This ain't where I live, okay?
Yeah, Brian, that's fake.
No, but you know what? It's again, like I've seen people on social media, like you know, my son will tell me, "Oh, look, he broke his flat screen TV or whatever." Yeah, but those people are sponsored by those people. They
Yes.
break it with ease to show that they have money, but they don't have the money. They're being sponsored. You know, oh look, I broke the TV, so they're gonna give them another one. You know,
Yeah.
they're sponsored because it's advertisement.
Oh,
You know,
It's all a show. Yeah.
yeah, it's all facade, man. And people, I don't understand. Look, here's one thing I'll tell you guys straight up. Like one thing I do not understand that you know maybe in the 80s, in the 90s, and you know, and even in the early 2000s, people were easily fooled. We are living in a social media. We have access to everything. Okay, back in the day, wait, and House, you and I know this, and Denise as well, knowing that back in the day, when music came out or movies came out, they first came out in LA, and then it's worked its way up to anywhere.
Yeah,
Today, it comes out everywhere, bro. Everywhere.
I agree with you, Fred. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
'Cause, you know,
So
like before Texas or anybody else heard this, it was over here, starting out here and
yeah,
tricking out that
so
way.
you know, right? So no, so the thing about it is, people are so up on it with drones and with catching up to everything that's up. Oh, we're woken up now. You can't fool us, but yet we're being fooled by an image.
It's all a production. Yeah.
You know, yeah, by we're being fooled by an image.
that part.
So we're not
Yeah.
we're supposedly we're woken up as humans to hey the government or whoever can't trick us anymore or whatever or Hollywood and all this and that. But social media itself is tricking us. We're tricking ourselves into believing that there's a fantasy world, a utopia somewhere, you know, that we have to have live a certain way to be accepted. I'm not seeking validation from anybody, you know what I mean, except for myself. I'm content, you know, and that's it, you know. Thank you, bro.
So much
Thank you,
love.
bro.
Jen
Thank you,
Panel.
And
bro.
that's how I see things. You know, that's how I see things. It's not about,
Bless you.
you know, being extremely cheap or whatever, you know. No, it's living within your means, man. Like
Right.
that's really it. You know, that's really what it is. You know, I can sleep at night. You know what I mean? I really can. I can sleep at night.
Hey, I
And that's
honestly can
it.
say that this December, I said I'm gonna pay off my debt and get it out so that in 2025 I'll be cool. So, and I did that. I did that, which is kind of cool.
I'm proud
Yeah,
of you.
man. Congratulations to that, bro. Yeah,
And
that's what it is, brother. That's what it is. And people, you know, people don't understand that. It's like things are way too expensive now, bro. Way over the top expensive. I don't know how you know what? And I will say this, even though they've said, okay, well, you know, Trump coming into office, things are gonna get better or whatever. You still got to do better for yourself. Don't sit there and wait for anybody to do it. You know, we still got to do better for ourselves. Regardless, I still want to live within my means. You know, and that's really it. You know, that's really it. That's how
it
I tend to
smells,
look at things. You
that
know.
smells good, Jen. What is it?
I know, it smells good.
Right? Woo! It does smell good. I'm loving this. If you want to sponsor me, I'll tell everyone, but I'll send you the message, guys.
Yeah.
Good. I love fragrances, but I'm gonna send you guys a little something, so you'll see a little something soon. Let me ask real quick before we go. We're about to sign off. Let me make sure my co-host right here. Are any of you guys allergic to nuts?
No.
You are, House?
Yeah, walnuts now.
Walnut? Only walnuts or
Only walnuts.
pecans?
Mosquito. What's that?
Pecans?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Chocolate? Anyone allergic
No.
to chocolate? Okay. Butterscotch?
Jen, you really gotta ask me these things. Do I look like I'm allergic to anything here? No, I'm
Check
kidding.
Not allergic to any type of food that we
No,
have.
no.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
but I don't feel too good.
Okay.
I'm talking
Go
about
ahead.
Oh, we're about to sign. Okay, so nobody allergic to chocolate or caramel either, right?
no.
No.
Okay. All right. I just needed to check that real quick.
Okay.
Okay. We're about to sign out, guys. But
Mhm.
is there anything coming up this next week that you guys want to share or that you have going on? And also, a week from today is Christmas Eve, so we're not going to be doing our show on Christmas Eve because it's
Mhm.
holiday week. We were thinking about doing our next show the following week on a Thursday again, which would be January 2nd. But we'll confirm the whole panel right here and post it on our community page just to keep everyone up to date. But it's looking like maybe January 2nd, and we will open our gifts that we mailed.
Yeah, you can't open them up early, Denise.
Right. So if they arrive, right, if they arrive, hang on to them so we can open them live for everyone to see. Yeah.
Hey, and no retaping, Denise.
Not even a little.
Just the little corner. Keep the little corner up. No. Yeah, no. Yeah,
All right.
I think
We'll
that's
keep
great.
everyone up to date on the dates then. It's looking like January 2nd.
You know,
And yeah, I'll probably
you know,
go live a time or two in between here, but no big plans other than just trying to prepare for the holiday, you know, be wrapping some gifts, trying to get a couple last minute things done for the little one, and just taking everything in and being grateful for what's going on right here, right
That's right.
now.
That's right.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And want to wish everybody in the chat a Merry Christmas, man. You guys have a blessed Christmas, man.
Very
Blessings
true.
to everybody. Everybody. Prompts, Pearl, everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Carson.
That's great.
Wes Carson, everybody.
Bob's.
Yeah, big stuff. Everybody knows.
I see that.
Pearl, everybody. Dee Dee, Debbie.
Yeah.
No, no peeking allowed. No, I love being surprised. So that's not a problem. I love being surprised. So, yes, big love, and you know we appreciate you guys for supporting, and anyone who catches the playback, thank you so much for supporting.
Yes.
And, you know, live watching, and we can't wait to get back with you guys after the new year, open our gifts and share with you guys what we got for each other. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Merry
I'm
Christmas.
saying there's this one. You look
What
familiar with
is
that?
that? Turtle Man. What is that?
From Jingle All the Way.
Oh, I
Jingle All the Way.
Oh, that's
The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
What a cool little movie.
Yeah. So I got that, and this for those that don't know, this is from the movie Vacation with
That's
Chevy
so
Chase.
cool. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Christmas
Love it.
Vacation. Yeah, Wally World and stuff. Yeah,
You know,
man.
the only kind of toy that I really remember that like, I never played with those things like that are the army men, the little green army men.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I used to set them up like they were fighting and then throw firecrackers at them, like boom, boom. Pick them off with BB guns.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Hey, I'm gonna give Melvin your guys' phone number, guys, because he's gonna be on vacation for 2 weeks. So
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take care of it, man. Take care of that man.
I gotta send that to you by tomorrow, Denise. I gotta send that other stuff to you by tomorrow. So.
Right now,
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, take care of Melvin and may the force be with him for this next 2 weeks.
Right. Another beautiful and blessed year down, you guys. You know, you guys so much love and praying for blessings and good things, and just for God to watch over all of us, continue
That's
to
right. That's
provide
right.
and pour into us and pour into each other.
And a happy new year, and do not drink and drive, guys.
Right.
Do not drink and drive.
Drink responsible. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. Get a designated driver.
Yeah.
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 Merry Christmas, Cholo.
Hey, Merry Christmas, my brother. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year.
Right.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, after the new year, so like January 2nd, we'll probably be live. I'm going to put it on the community page just so you guys know for sure. But until then, much love, blessings, thank you, and much love to my co-hosts. We will see you guys after the new year. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.